what's up you guys, Stoutmeister here, and I'm incredibly pissed off right now. I'm pissed off right now because of this article that I'm reading here that is basically telling me that this teacher right here did a good deed and was punished for it because she is not part of the Circle Jerk Club that is within Holy Trinity School, and they decided that they could do without her and her kids partaking in the education field of that school. Now, let's dive into what happened in this story right here. Basically, this teacher right here, Miss Charlesworth, faced some domestic violence issues with her ex-husband, which involved her and her children, and police had to be called, as she quotes right here. Basically, we had a very bad weekend with him, Charlesworth, a mother of four, said. We called the sheriff's department 3 times on that Sunday. The following morning, Charlesworth said, she informed the school of the incident and told the principal to be on the lookout for her ex-husband. When he was spotted in the parking lot, the school went into a lockdown. Which makes perfect sense because you don't want some psychopath coming into the school and doing any potential harm. Charlesworth was put on indefinite leave, and her children, who also attended Holy Trinity, were removed from the school. No, the mother and the children were not taken out of the school for their safety to evacuate from the premises in order to avoid any danger at all. No, they were completely removed, as in the mother was basically fired from her job, and her children are not allowed to go back to that school. Because this husband must have some secret connections with the higher-ups of that school, or the mother and the children aren't deep into the Circle Jerk Club enough for them to give a shit about their safety and having the support be given to them. Nope. Oh, well, Stoutmeister, they put the school on a lockdown. They must care about some safety. Yeah, they care about safety in that area in general, but as far as giving individual support to these people, no. No. At this time, Miss Charlesworth and her children are on an indefinite leave of absence. Francie Wright, Holy Trinity's principal, wrote a letter to parents on January 29th. We request that you keep them in your prayers. Because kicking them out of a school when this mother is bringing awareness about her home life in hopes of getting some sort of support from a supposed Christian environment, neglecting that completely, but saying to keep them in your prayers because prayer without action is the most effective way of getting any fucking thing done. Prayer is not effective, okay? Maybe prayer with action. We all sure shit know that action gets things done, but simply wishing for things to happen does not fucking happen, okay? You can have wishful thinking, but if your actions don't apply, then most of the time, if not all the time, it's not gonna fucking happen. What a lazy approach that this school is showing. Not to mention, very anti-Christian, and it goes against the teachings of Jesus Christ. But then again, these people, just like a lot of these other institutes in these Christian schools and churches, like to cherry-pick the Bible. It felt like the kids and I were being punished for something we didn't even do, Charlesworth told NBC7. Her ex-husband was subsequently sent to prison, but in April, the school fired her anyway. The Diocese of San Diego wrote a letter to Charlesworth that it was concerned about her ex-husband's threatening and menacing behavior. The letter noted, we feel deeply for you and about the situation in which you and your children find yourselves through no fault of your own. Although we understand he is currently incarcerated, we have no way of knowing how long or short a time he will actually serve, and we understand from court files that he may be released as early as next fall. In the interest of the safety of the students, faculty, and parents at Holy Trinity School, we simply cannot allow you to return to work there, or unfortunately at any other school in the diocese. The Diocese of San Diego pretty much made it impossible for this woman to have a job. Way to fucking go! And no, I don't mean impossible for her to find a job in any other field, but teaching is something that she clearly wants to do. And this DOSS right here made it pretty much impossible for her to teach in that area right there, so pretty much she has to go out of the city, out of the state, in order to have a teaching job. Otherwise, she might end up having to work some minimum wage bullshit job or some cubicle job from 9 to fucking 5. If she's lucky enough to have a job with how the economy is and everything like that in this country. It just makes me sick to my stomach that people that do good deeds just get punished for bullshit reasons. Why don't we punish rape victims over in Iraq that are being raped by US soldiers? Why don't we blame them for being Iraqi? Why don't we blame rape victims in general for being raped by coming up with bullshit reasons? Why don't we blame victims of car accidents? And I'm talking about people that are perfectly good drivers that are hit by a drunk driver. Why don't we put blame on that innocent victim? This reminds me of that one kid that got in trouble for telling a teacher that he accidentally had a knife or a gun in his backpack that was accidentally left in there by a relative of his. I remember a story about that coming out a couple years ago. And he did a perfectly good thing. He gave that weapon back to the school, and he got suspended for it, and that made national news. So, if you are in some sort of trouble, or if you have some sort of weapon that accidentally popped up in your backpack, you are better off just remaining silent and making sure that nobody else sees it. Because if you talk about it, if you do a good deed, you're going to get punished. You're going to be looked at as a criminal because these schooling institutes want to treat you as such. And no, I'm not talking about all schools in the educational system in America. And for those people that are saying that I'm stereotyping the educational system, stereotyping all schools, really look at what I'm fucking saying, okay? I'm well aware that the bad schools that get exposed are only 1 to 2% that are being exposed, while there's many more schools that are doing the exact same fucking thing that don't get news coverage, as well as good schools out there. Yeah. Just putting that out there for anybody that's gonna want to say that I'm a stereotypical person. I gotta cool down a bit from this video right here, but before I do, Muggy here has something to say to Holy Trinity School. Shut the fuck up. Get your heads out of your asses. Short and simple, right? Well, cheers, motherfuckers. Today's Thirst Quencher was brought to you by Monster Purple Punch. It is fucking awesome. That's all I gotta say. Stay tuned for more videos. Take care. See you later. Queuing up a outro music now.